But how crucial was Galwan Valley for all of us, and what are the lessons that we have drawn from these? How did it augur well? How did it augur for either side? What has been, should I describe the security situation in this region as post Galwan and pre Galwan? Over to you.
Absolutely, Mr. Bose. I will tell you why. Galwan was the trigger. Galwan again told the entire nation that the Chinese cannot be trusted. Galwan focused it was an emotional uprising in the entire country post the 62 debacle of another mini humiliation that we felt when 20 of our soldiers were killed. And there was a dispute as to how many we've killed and how many they suffered casualties. It was, to a large extent, an assimilation of an emotional.
They admitted four.
But an emotional assimilation in our country to say that we came out second best. And therefore, it acted as a trigger. Then the armed forces, as well as the present dispensation and the country as a whole, thought it should not happen again. Let me tell you and your viewers, Mr. Bose, that apart from the public nitpicking that the political parties do of, telling each other that this is not being done, that is not being done, in this case, after Galwan, the Chinese suddenly realized all political parties in India are on one platform. They are absolutely with the present government on this one aspect, that the Chinese will not be allowed to have their way post Galwan. That they have never now hindered any deployment that is taking place, the infrastructure development that is taking place, the fast-tracked bureaucratic clearances that are being given. Even the judiciary has stepped in and done its bit. So therefore, there has been consensus. That is one. Allocation budgets have never been questioned. Hereafter, they are giving it with absolutely whatever the requirement is, the government is meeting that. The armed forces themselves understand the seriousness of the situation. And not only that, they are realizing that the nation is now behind them. They are doing their utmost best, and we can't let them down. The fourth thing is that Galwan has now given us at least one thing, that we have to be ever alert to the salami slicing tactics of the Chinese. They tried it post Galwan in 3 or 4 areas which you are aware of, but the hardening stance of the Indian Armed Forces as well as the Foreign Ministry in the kind of, should I say, response that was given on all political forums across the globe made the Chinese understand that Galwan was a mistake. It not only oiled the entire system of response of India, we have now deployed, we have freed another 10,000 troops, mind you, which were on administrative duties, and converted it into another front-ranking corps, which will now act as the second strike corps against Chinese. And the Chinese have vehemently protested. They are nervous. And let me also remind you that Air Force in this entire area is the key, and it has an edge. So therefore, to my extent, Galwan acted as a trigger to not only unite us, oil our entire supply chains, infrastructure development, deployment, and strategic thinking. In spite of the 21 rounds of talks that have taken place, we strongly realize that the Chinese are playing for time, that they will not move away from what they are doing at the moment in Debsang and other places, and that we have got to be ready. And therefore, I think we are along the right track.